Welcome back. You're watching Citizen Live at 1. Now, there was confusion at the Lands Ministry earlier today when members of the public were locked out of the ministry headquarters following supremacy battles between the National Lands Commission and Cabinet Secretary Charity Ngelu. This follows a freeze by the Cabinet Secretary Charity Ngelu on all land transactions. But the National Lands Commission has stayed put, saying normal operations will continue.
Here are actually old documents, meaning that somebody must have taken the old file, changed some of the information inside, and they put it back. We are going to have a biometric door here so that whoever gets in here is known. We are also going to have CCTV cameras. If you see here, there is no camera that can tell who is in the registry, what they are doing, what they have come out with. And when they get through that door, so you can now today see.
Well, let's now have a look at the day's business. National carrier Kenya Airways has received its second Boeing 777-300 aircraft as part of its fleet expansion plan under Project Mawingu. The aircraft landed at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport from Seattle in the United States, where it was manufactured by the Boeing Corporation. The arrival of the new plane brings the number of passenger aircraft in KQ's fleet to 27. The plane has a capacity to accommodate 400 passengers and over 20 metric tons of cargo. The arrival of the Boeing triple jet comes a month since the national carrier received its first Boeing 787 Dreamliner aircraft. Kenya Airways has received 14 new planes over the last 2 years and expects to add 10 more this year. Meanwhile, excessive licensing procedures around the laying of fiber optic cables has been blamed for slowing down the pace of development of broadband internet services across the country. MTN Business Kenya Managing Director Tom Omariba says the lack of suitable space for underground fiber optic cable has also been a major drawback to the rollout of fiber optic cable infrastructure. Bella Genga reports.
It's nearly 5 years since the first in a series of 4 undersea fiber optic cables landed on Kenya's shores. Since then, numerous telcos have taken the cue to lay their own fiber optic cables. MTN Business Kenya is one such telco. So far, the South African-owned company has invested close to 200 million shillings in laying fiber in Nairobi alone, with an additional 800 million set to be spent on extending to Mombasa. The MTN Business Kenya Managing Director Tom Omariba, however, says the firm has had to contend with excessive licensing procedures to undertake its work.
You will find that, you've gotten your license from the county government, but when you want to do the work, you need to go to the Roads Authority to get another approval, and then you need another from, another authority. So there's a lot of bureaucracy along the way in providing a service.
Compounding the telco's woes is the lack of duly allocated space for the laying of fiber optic cables, a problem that partly explains the numerous trenches that characterize many urban road sections across the country.
If the county government or the former city council now did that, so that it's very clear that these are the routes where the cable passes, then that will reduce downtimes that are caused either by vandalism or accidental cuts of the fiber optic cables. The county government will levy whatever charges they need to levy, so it will be a win-win for everybody.
This is emerging at a time when the government, through the Communications Authority of Kenya, is pushing for infrastructure sharing among telcos as a condition for obtaining a license to offer telecommunication services. But according to the MTN boss, infrastructure sharing should be left to the market to decide.
I think they should focus more on enabling businesses to do business than what I would call forced regulation, as it were. I think the industry is mature now for it to decide who wants to share infrastructure with who at agreed commercial rates, because a lot of players have invested heavily in the same.
His comments come in the wake of the recent licensing of 4 mobile virtual network operators that will partner with Airtel Kenya to deliver data services ranging from mobile money transfer services to SIM card registration. Bella Genga, Citizen Live at 1.
Well, turning now to the foreign currency markets, the Kenyan shilling has slipped against all hard currencies at the start of trading today. Against the US dollar, the local unit shed 2 cents to trade at a mean indicative buying rate of 86 shillings and 80 cents, 86 shillings and 98 cents selling. Traders, however, say the Kenyan shilling will remain range-bound as inflows from agricultural exports such as tea are expected to support the shilling amid slower demand for the US dollar. The Kenyan shilling is exchanging at 146 shillings and 45 cents, buying 146 shillings and 77 cents, selling against the sterling pound. To the euro, the local unit is trading at 120 shillings and 40 cents, buying, and 120 and 71 cents, selling. On the regional front, the Kenyan currency also slipped narrowly against its Ugandan counterpart, while strengthening against the Tanzanian shilling. Well, and Wahiga Mora joins us now for the sports news.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Right. The big story, okay, not the big story per se, but a story that would have been funny if it wasn't for the end result that somebody died. Football clashes in Brazil between rival sports fans, and the fans were actually using toilet seats as part of the scuffle. Unfortunately, that actually led to the death of someone. And it's not a very good sign as we get closer and closer to the World Cup.
Yeah.
So that's, I'm sure you look shocked right now.
I am shocked because also, I mean, I was also in a crowd of people yesterday and we're saying the excitement about the World Cup this year is not...
It's been dampened by everything that's happening.
Oh dear.
Right. That's one of the stories. Other positive stories as well. So
looking forward to the positive stories.
Right. We take a short break. We'll be right back with the Day Sport.